What's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Action Jackson, and in today's video it's going to be another training camp video where I'll go over highlights, and I'm also going to talk about possible kicking changes that Dallas Cowboys are looking into fixing and everything like that, man. So before we hop into the video, I appreciate if you guys would like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment your thoughts about the video or your thoughts about training camp, and to share with anyone who you think might like the content that I put out. So yeah, man, let's hop into it. So reported today that the Cowboys, they will work out kicker Brett Maher and also along with 3 other kickers. Today's kicking practice wasn't that bad. Jonathan Garibay was 5 of 7 and Liram was 7 of 7 today. So John Machado, one of the reputable guys out there with the Cowboys. So the other 3 kickers that weren't mentioned along with that post, shout out to DC Network as well. But the other 3 kickers are going to be Brett Maher. We all know Brett Maher. He previously was with the Dallas Cowboys in 2018, 2019, a kicking problem. So now the Dallas Cowboys are finally taking action on it. Thankfully, they're doing it now than waiting until a week before the season, and then we're gonna have problems with the kicking and everything like that. So even though I don't necessarily believe that kicking isn't that much of a deal, but getting used to your holder and your long snapper and everything like that, that's a bit of an adjustment. So, and that takes a little bit of time to get to, if you're on a certain hash, you're in a certain situation where the kicker's going to want it to be placed, and how the holder's going to hold the ball. So it does take a little bit of technique like that. But 3 kickers that the Cowboys are going to try out are Cole Murphy, Matt Amendola, and J.J. Molson. Brett Maher, he's so inconsistent. He will make like a 62, 64-yarder and turn around and miss like a 20-yarder, 30-yard field goal, extra point. So kicker is kicker. But as long as you can just, for me, in about a lot of things in life, but especially football, if you can just be consistent in what you do, I have no problem. I felt like if Brett Maher can come back to the team, and he's great when we need him to kick 60-yard field goals, but he tightens up anywhere from the 40 in, from the 45-yard line in, I feel like we'll be fine. 50 as well, because he struggles sometimes in the 50s, but he'll knock down 60 yards, but like I said, he'll miss anything else. So yeah, kickers are kickers. So let's go over practice and some of the highlights. Start out the clip. Dak Prescott threw a beautiful ball to CeeDee Lamb, 2-minute drill right there to CeeDee Lamb again. Cooper Rush to Simi Fehoko. Now, when I'm showing these past couple clips, that was TURPIN right there previously, right there. There's TURPIN again. The play before that was Noah Brown on a nice catch. CeeDee Lamb again. This is a perfect ball placement that Dak Prescott did again, but at a different angle. Nice catch over here by Simi Fehoko. He has been doing really, really damp. So has Noah Brown. There's Owen Schultz right there on that play. Dak Prescott in the corner of the end zone. Back power line. Just Michael Parsons doing Michael Parsons thing on a sled. But while that's playing, I felt like I was previously on the train of let's go get a receiver, which I'm still in the ball camp of that, of getting Emmanuel Sanders. I think bringing in Emmanuel Sanders will be really great for this wide receiver core. But it's starting to turn the tide for me just for a little bit. We're great at wide receiver because, like I said, we're just one injury away from this wide receiver core looking horrendous. But I just felt like the Cowboys, if they feel like the wide receivers aren't creating that much separation, and more mean separation, talking about with the other guys like Tolbert, Noah Brown, if those guys aren't really doing too much in the preseason and the receivers don't look that good, maybe the Cowboys will go out there and sign a receiver. Maybe if somebody goes down, they might sign another person. But I feel like, and what everyone pretty much knows, is that the Cowboys are going to roll in with what they got, which is fine to me. It's better that you have a receiver that knows Dak Prescott really well than just trying to bring in a bunch of talented receivers. It is what it is right now with the wide receiver core. It's fine for what it is. I still felt like you at least could sign one more guy, with that being Emmanuel Sanders. I'm not in too much of the hype of a T.Y. Hilton or Deshaun Jackson, or especially a Will Fuller, because Will Fuller's injury prone. Right now, where we at, we're receiver. But I really like how Simi Fehoko is coming along really, really well in camp. So is Noah Brown. They're all looking really, really well. They're all stepping up. And hopefully these are guys that, coming in, they transition to what they're doing in camp into the regular season. So that's why we're able to, be fine with what we got. And, that doesn't force the Cowboys to give up any draft capital like how they had to do in 2018. They'll get a receiver in here, So I have plenty of confidence in CeeDee Lamb. And if all these other guys, I feel like I have confidence in Jalen Tolbert as well. He's been another favorite of Dak Prescott. So if these guys come in, they step up, I feel like we should be fine. And, fine until James Washington comes back. Then we'll slowly roll in James Washington. And same thing with Michael Gallup. If this wide receiver core right now with how it's looking like with CeeDee Lamb, Kevontae Turpin, Jalen Tolbert, Simi Fehoko, Noah Brown, TJ Vasher, if those guys can be steadily solid for the Cowboys, I feel like we can have a really solid season, and we'll just look that much better when we get returning guys, like I said, James Washington, Michael Gallup. Defense has been doing really well in camp as well. Marquise Bell made a play today in second team. He had a nice little coverage play against the tight end. Will Greer also has been looking really, really well. He's been outperforming rush. So right now they're battling for quarterback 2. Hopefully, Will Greer has been looking really, really great in camp. His test is going to be preseason as well as Cooper Rush. Like again, we have a preseason game on Saturday, so that's going to be one little mini test of the backup quarterback situation. Hopefully the Cowboys don't play favorite and try to give it up to Cooper Rush because he had one solid game last year against the Minnesota Vikings. And, and hopefully it's just a fair tryout and it's not a one-sided affair where, Cooper Rush has a couple good throws here and there in preseason and he does pretty solid out there in camp, and then they decide to give him the job. Hopefully, the best man wins that job. And that's it for the video. Hopefully you guys have a nice day. Again, if you made it this far into the video, I really appreciate you guys. You guys are the real MVP. I appreciate if you guys would like, subscribe, comment, share again to anyone who you think will like this content. Thanks again. Have a nice day. Bye.